Here we go. Okay, super excited for this. All right, let me get my screen together. Okay, you want to make sure that you mute your mic. Mute your mic. All right. I'm super excited to be here. Hopefully you guys are excited to be here as well. I'm going to wait a couple seconds and make sure there's a couple other people that may be hopping on right now. But this is just a simple presentation to go over what's going to be in the Canva for Branding course. So with that being said, hunker down, make sure you have your water and that you've used the bathroom. It's not going to be that long of a presentation, but just in case, you don't want to miss anything. All right, so I'm going to make sure people are invited in here. Check your... Okay. All right. I see that a couple people might be on already. So hi, how are you? I can't see myself, but you can see me. So here we go. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm super excited because this is a course that's going to give me an opportunity to teach people about aesthetic branding and marketing. And that is extremely important. Small businesses get this wrong all the time. Okay, so who the heck is Coach Eve? Well, I actually wasn't always a coach. Matter of fact, I didn't always know like what I was going to be doing in life in general. And you might see the face and be like, what? You're super young. No. I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but I am going to tell you that back in 2010, I actually went through a really deep depression. And I decided to write a book. And as I was writing my book, I got better and I was able to get out of my funk and recover from that. But along the way, there's a lot of things that happened to me that led me up to the point of owning a business and helping other people. So I would like to share that with you. So in 2010, I actually started writing my book. And it's a book series. It's a young adult book series. And of course, along the way, I thought, I probably should be in college. And everyone kept telling me I should be in college. You need to get your education. You need to be in college. You need to do this. You need to do that. And at that point, I wasn't really living my life for me. And I really feel like I made a lot of poor decisions, but I made a lot of right decisions as well. One of them was to start listening to the beat of my own drum. But there's one instance in particular that just really pushed me over the edge and made me want to do that even more. So, of course, after my bout of depression, I moved and I met new people. I started doing new things and I still felt kind of lost. So the main thing that really pushed me over the edge wasn't necessarily the book. Writing the book helped me, but when I had my son, I actually started working for a company who shall not be named because I don't want to get sued. And, during my pregnancy, they really didn't have any mercy whatsoever on the fact that I was like a pregnant woman in the workforce. I ended up working by myself a lot and all the way up till delivery, a month before delivery. And then after I had my son, they were not very hospitable. Like, it ended up being that they didn't really offer me anywhere to nurse my son. For nurse, they didn't offer me anything that would help me to be a mom. And that really pissed me off. I don't know if you ever heard of the term hell hath no fury like a woman scorned, but it really pissed me off. I decided that I would, to, a few years later, I basically took the layoff from my job, and I went and got my master's degree. And I got my master's degree in internet marketing. And fast forward all the way to here, there's a lot of things that happened. I got married, and now I have my own business, and I help other people to make that decision for themselves and to really get to the point where they're not living someone else's story. They're not doing what everyone else would like for them to do. And so moving forward, I decided that I was going to really just go for it. So I did. Now, that brings me to what I actually do. I help people to create aesthetic marketing and branding using primal branding as well as other styles of branding. And I've really got to the point where now it's easy for me to do this because I do it all the time for my brand as well as my client's brand, but I help to create content around that. Now, for those of you that are wondering what the heck is aesthetic marketing, because it's a fairly new term for me too, even though I do it, but I've only been doing it for a few years. So aesthetic marketing is essentially unpacking your story. It's a brand showing and not just telling their story. So if you're really good at storytelling, you're going to really like this. So aesthetics is a term mostly used in the context of visual beauty. It draws attention to all the senses, thus introducing the concept of total aesthetic experience in a product. So if you have a product or service that you sell to people and you're really looking to give them an experience, then this is experiential branding in a nutshell. Okay? So what is a brand? You might think you have one because you have a website or you have a logo, but that's not actually it. Okay? A brand is more than a name. A brand is a trade or nickname, unique term, design, symbol, or other feature that sets an organization apart, or its products from the rivals in their customers' eyes, not in the rivals' eyes, in the customer's eyes. Okay. Brands are used in business, marketing, and advertising. However, a personal brand is used by people in everyday life. So yes, you heard that right. You actually have a personal brand and a company brand to be concerned with. Your company brand and your personal brand must be in tandem and aligned. So I see a lot of people on social media that will post something that's completely inappropriate on their personal profile. And they're like, what? That's not on my company page. But what you're not realizing is that technology is so strong that people can actually go to your personal page and look and see what you're doing on your personal page. And if they are like, whoa, I don't know that I like that person, then your company's going to suffer. So there's a lot of CEOs and leaders that have experienced this where they were just downright rotten. And so people didn't like their personal brand, and so they didn't buy from their company brand. So that's an important distinguishment to make. I don't even know if distinguishment is a word. Okay. I think you guys know what I mean, though. That is an important way to distinguish yourself. So if your personal brand is off from your company brand, you might want to think about that, because they must be aligned in order for people to really feel comfortable with buying from you. Buying. Okay. Okay. So what is brand storytelling? It's more than a product. Okay. I want you to think about this. Think about how Steve Jobs ran Apple, or think about leaders who told their story by talking about their mission statement and really getting really specific about that, specific about what they were offering, specific about how they were offering it, and taking people through a customer journey instead of just trying to throw a product in their face. I mean, Apple, people are passionate about Apple. People are passionate about Nike. I think about these different brands. I want you to think about that. Have that in the back of your mind as I tell you the definition of this. Branding is basically storytelling. It's an art shared why the brand exists and who benefits from its existence. Compelling brand stories serve to remind us of something sacred and valued about ourselves rather than promoting some new product or feature or additive or whatever. I want you to think about that. So think about the things that are important to you. If family is important to you, if money is important to you, if health is important to you, and a company can capture that, you are going to be compelled to buy from them because their values are aligned. This is what a lot of people are missing the boat on this, which is unfortunate because this is exactly what you need to know in order to have a really awesome brand. I just want you to think about the awesome brands, okay? And how they tell stories. They don't just sell you stuff. They're not just slanging stuff. I mean, I want you to think about that because that is what's going to encompass a marvelous brand that people are like magnetized to. Okay, so here's the juicy part, which I'm super excited about. What is Canva and how can you use it? Okay, I want you to know that Canva like totally changed the ball game in my business because I was able to create business stationery and a bunch of other things, and I'm going to get into that, but you can use Canva's drag and drop feature and professional layouts to design consistently stunning graphics, design presentations, social media graphics, and more than thousands of beautiful layouts, okay? Thousands. They have millions of pictures, you guys, like millions with an M. Like, and you can literally get lost in looking at all the pictures, but that's where I come in to help you get clear and structured and stay focused on what you're actually going in there for, project by project, task by task, outcome goal by outcome goal, okay? It literally has everything that you need to design it. And I've honestly used other programs like Adobe, InDesign, and other things, but the learning curve on those other products are really steep. So if you are looking to save some time and to do things yourself, DIY, this is a better option for you rather than hiring a graphic designer if you're not in the position to do that. And I know if you're in startup, you really don't have the startup capital to be hiring people left and right. That's more for later when you get everything situated, when you have your target audience in mind, when you have your product validation already, and when you're making consistent sales. That's for later. Okay. So Canva is really awesome. More than 10 million people use Canva in 179 countries, and much of that growth has come through word of mouth, and our users share about us. That's Perkins. She is the CEO of Canva. And interestingly, I want you to pay attention to the fact that she said word of mouth. Word of mouth marketing is basically your friend telling their friend, telling their friend, telling their friend, telling their family member or whoever. But they didn't really spend a whole lot of money on marketing. I mean, they did, but not nearly as much as other companies do because of the fact that it spread like wildfire. Okay, wildfire. You want an idea that's going to spread like wildfire. You want a brand that is going to spread like wildfire. Okay. So here's some things that you can create in Canva. And I've created quite a few of these. Okay. So you can create social media posts, presentations. I actually created this presentation, the presentation slides that you're seeing right now. I created that in Canva. It's super simple, super easy. You can create posters, Facebook covers, Pinterest graphics. You can create email headers. Now, the ones that I'm talking about right now, I've actually created this stuff. So I've created thousands upon thousands of graphics. There's so many of them that I have to archive them because at this point, I've actually switched my brand. I've rebranded in Canva. There's a lot of things that you can do. I've created letterheads. I've created, like Facebook ad graphics. There's so many things that you can create in here, but it really requires knowing what you're going in there to do, because there's with how much it's going to be super awesome that I'm going to be guiding you through the Canva course if you so choose to hop on board. Okay. But this is a lot. Just take a look at that. Make sure that there's something on there that you would actually like to create. Every company that I'm aware of uses business stationery. If you're not using business stationery, you're in trouble. Okay. So this is just a just this tiny glance of what can be created in Canva. I've seen quite a lot since I've been using it. So I really like this quote. Okay. You want to make sure that the solution you create solves a problem that people care about. Find something that is truly significant. Find a problem faced by lots of people. Now, this just goes back to the bigger brands and how they solve problems. If you're a startup and you have a product, I want you to think about if that product is solving a big problem. Okay. Right now, what I'm offering to many people, it's solving a problem because most small businesses don't know where to start with branding. They think that having a logo, having a website, and maybe some social media posts is enough for branding, but that's not even close. That scratches the surface, but then there's the whole iceberg that's underneath it, which a lot of people tend to miss. So there's a lot of planning that goes along with it, having an editorial calendar, having regular graphics, and having a scheduling things. There's a lot that goes along with it that a lot of people just don't know about or they're not aware of, and maybe they are aware of it and they're just overwhelmed with how to make that happen. And I have come up with a system and a way to take away the overwhelm, to put that system in place, the structure, the clarity, and then you have some confidence, because then you can go and you can communicate with your potential customers and clients and let them know, hey, I have a plan, and this isn't going to be a problem. Okay. So enter in the Canva for Branding course. So what you're going to learn in this course, should you decide to hop on board, is you're going to learn to create Facebook content along with, and I say Facebook because that's the one that I focus mostly on, but you can use this stuff for YouTube, Instagram, any social media platform. You just resize everything and make sure that it looks proper for the platform that you're on. You want to respect the platform that you're on, because not all platforms are created equal. Okay. You want to make sure that it makes sense for where you're at. If you're on Instagram, okay, you're going to have mostly visual pictures and things like that. If you are on Facebook, you can use video and you can also use images, but video is king now. Like, people really, really like video, and that's where the future is headed. So if you're not using video, you might want to hop on that. And if you're not using images, you absolutely must hop on that, because a lot of people will just scroll down your news feed and completely pass a paragraph. Okay. So you're going to learn how to create promotional business stationery, like flyers, a freebie. You're going to learn how to create Facebook posts solid and with pictures. You're going to learn how to create a workbook. You're going to learn how to create an ebook. Those are very similar, but not quite. ebooks, if you're doing a marketing ebook, they look a little bit different than if you're doing an actual ebook where, you know, you're writing a story or something, a book. So business stationery, quite a bit of business stationery, and anything that you can think of, letterheads, posters, flyers, trifold brochures. Okay, I've actually used trifold brochures. And the awesome thing is when you create this business stationery, you can go to Kinko's or you can go to an office supply store that allows you to print out things. I have actually created graphics, and then I've gone to Vistaprint. Vistaprint is a great one to use. So all of these things that you're creating here in Canva, you can print them out, like, and actually have them physical, tangible. And you can do that about primal personal brand with your company brand, so that it makes sense, okay, to your audience and to everyone that's watching. Okay. Also, with aesthetic branding, that's really just telling a visual story. So I'm literally teaching you like the cinematography of marketing. Okay. And then, so once you create your freebie, you would make sure that you start building your email list with it, start collecting emails with it. So I'm going to show you how to build a freebie. I'm also going to show you how to structure your front end product or service, as well as structure your core product. And you'll be learning a few other things here and there, but that's the meat of the course. And it's a lot. Okay, it's a lot. I thought it was going to be a 4-week course, but it might be longer than that because there's so much to branding, and there's so much to what we're actually learning. Okay. So get in the door, get your foot in the door. I'm only accepting a few more students because I have several students. I'm not even going to try to count in my head. I have several students already. So enroll in the course today because there are limited spots and the price is going up because it's in beta right now. But when the seats fill, it's going to go up to its regular price of $497. Right now, it's on beta. For $197, one easy payment of $197. I do have a payment plan available for you, for those of you that are interested in hopping on that. So take action now, because this is not going to be up for long. I don't plan on being available to talk to the students after the beta is over. It will be a full-blown DIY course. You do it by yourself and implement by yourself, which a lot of people are willing to do that, but some people need a little bit more hand-holding. So if you're one of those people that need hand-holding, then definitely take advantage of this. This is for you. For those of you that are looking to do this by yourself, then you probably don't really need to talk to me. So thank you for your time. You are more than welcome to take off and run with this information. But for those of you that are looking to work closely with me, stick around because I have a little bit more information for you. So how the course works: you will get one module per week until the course is complete, and then you'll get access to the updates where applicable. You'll get access to a private Facebook group where I will upload the videos and you can go and rewatch the videos. You'll get information that is uploaded into the group as a PDF file or as a video. So I will make some videos so that I can guide you along in the course. And I will also be in the group while this course is in beta to answer any questions and to add value that way. After the beta is over, then that's no longer going to be an option. So definitely hop on it. Okay. So you can enroll in the course by going to the link that's listed. The first link is to hop aboard. The second link is to, well, you should already be registered for this webinar, but there will be other webinars coming up. so that I can answer questions, which I'm actually going to answer questions at the end of this as well, to give you some time to ask. Okay, so that is it. I'm going to go ahead and all right. Hi, Phil. How are you? I'm going to go ahead and can you unmute your mic so that we can go ahead and chat? Okay, hi. Are you the one that's going to be doing the graphics and whatnot?
So
I'll be helping them with them, yes.
Okay.
He's like, let me just, okay. So you're going to be the one that's doing the graphics for your branding. So what exactly are you needing help with?
Well, it's really clear to me 90 days into this with the name of a company and the tagline, my weakest area.
Broke up.
Are you there? There you are. Okay. Yeah. So my weakest area is marketing and sales.
Okay.
So I'm looking for experts, SMEs, such as yourself, to support me in building knowledge and skills around marketing and sales.
Okay. Well, I can definitely help you with that.
I know. I've been watching you.
So with this branding course, that's really going to be like extremely important, because you'll have content and then you'll have a brand to reference.
Yes.
When you are doing your sales. If you don't have anything to reference, people don't buy from people they don't know, like, or trust. Yep. And so it's important for you to get some graphics out there, to get substance. Okay? Substance, because that'll really help you to reach out to your audience. And the type of content that you put out, the type of images that you put out, the overall feel and look of your brand is going to attract a certain type of person. Even the words you use. Right. Notice that in my videos, I talk a lot about, hey, to work with me one-on-one is $5K.
Yes.
That's no joke. Okay. That's me, like, you're in boot camp. Okay. And it gets to the point where, I'm making sure that you are held accountable. It's more than just being held accountable. It's getting clear on your action plan. It's getting clear on who you're talking to. It's getting clear on what you're offering them, okay, and what results you're going to get them. So with this branding, this is like one of the first building blocks. You have to do this first before you start selling like premium products.
Right.
Or before you start selling something that's worth a lot, because you want something for them to be able to look at and consume.
Yeah.
So what social media platforms are you using?
So I'm using Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube.
I can already tell you're using too many. And the reason why is because until you master one, it's not a good idea to have so many.
Okay.
If people are looking at all those different social media platforms and there's not really a lot of content on any of them, and you're not really active on all of them, it kind of lowers the trust factor.
Okay.
So during this course, which one are you going to focus on? Are you going to focus on, I honestly think that it would be beneficial for you to focus on Facebook, because Facebook is a really good platform to advertise on, and to build groups, and to schedule posts and things like that. Mm-hmm. So Facebook is a really great place to start. Once you get Facebook mastered, I think I remember you said that you work on leadership.
Yes, leadership and business process improvement.
I'm not really sure what that last part is.
Do you want the nutshell?
Huh?
You want the nutshell?
Yeah, what is that?
Yeah, so the nutshell is I work with organizations, companies to take their systems and processes and make them most efficient and profitable. So what that means is if you have a process that takes 15 steps and 6 people, I can create that process in 9 steps with 4 people.
Okay, oh. So you basically reduce their overhead.
Yes.
Okay, that's great. So it sounds like you have systems down.
Yes.
As far as the marketing is concerned, you are going to want to create a package that explains that.
Okay.
So during this course, we're going to create a freebie. We're going to structure a front end product. A freebie is free, obviously, but a front end product is going to be under $100.
Okay.
And then a core product is $1,000 and under.
Okay.
So with your freebie, it's going to be a good idea for you to figure out what exactly what can you package in a free white paper report or checklist or ebook or PDF file. What can you give them? You can even do like a short training video, but I would stay away from that because it gets difficult to stick to a certain time frame when you're just mind. You're going to want to think of what can you put in a small document to teach people about this.
Okay.
Because just like how I had questions about what you just said,
yep,
that last part, I would dumb it down for people. So basically when they ask you about that, you can just say something to the effect of, I help leaders cut their overhead.
Okay.
Because that makes sense in my head, but the other part of it, it's what I'm saying is like the jargon, the business jargon. Like I have my master's degree, and when I first started out, I was using a lot of marketing jargon, and I thought that like, yeah, this sounds really good, and people were like, what? Like it just went over the head. So you want to make it simple, super simple for people to understand.
Okay.
I work on leadership training, and I help leaders to cut their overhead.
All right. Got it.
I mean, that's like, okay, cool. Now we're talking.
Right.
So if you can create something, just be thinking about that, because when we go into the course, you'll want to work alongside with me as I'm creating the freebie. You would
Okay.
put your information in as well.
Okay.
So think of just a bite-sized chunk that you can put into like a free checklist or report or a worksheet or something like that. It wouldn't even be a worksheet. It would be more like something that they can, like a tiny thing that they can chew on. And then I will show you inside the course how you can actually get them to contact you or give them some sort of call to action. Do you have a website yet?
Yes.
So on your website, this is where you would offer them this freebie.
Okay.
In exchange for their email.
So I'll tell you, complete transparency and honesty, I'll tell you that I've tried some of these things, and so there's something that's clearly missing because I'm not getting any hits or
Are you using organic or paid traffic?
Sorry?
Are you using organic or paid traffic?
I don't know what that means.
Organic as in just whoever walks in the door, or paid as in per click?
So for example, this that you just said, the freebie on the website. So what we did was we put on the website one of those things that comes in, I don't know what you call it. And if you give me your email address, then I send you a free ebook that I've written.
Okay, so it's probably just not compelling enough.
Yeah.
We're giving away so much free stuff that honestly, it had better be damn good. Like you got some stiff competition. You can't just throw something on your website and then be like, okay.
Uh-huh.
And then wait. That's really not working anymore. So
right.
I'm offering a website audit or a Facebook audit for where you put this freebie item to let you know if it is compelling enough to attract the traffic.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be important for you to consider using pay-per-click, because a lot of that organic foot traffic, or the traffic that just kind of flows in on its own, those are not targeted enough for them to care about your ebook.
Okay.
So that might be why you're not converting. It could be a whole host of things. So I have to look at your website and really see.
Yep.
And I know that you're a student already, so we're going to need to schedule your strategy session.
Okay.
So I can give you, I will email you the link to the calendar.
Okay.
So that you can schedule that, so that we can talk about what your next move is, because it's not going to be the same as everyone else's. Now, like as far as trying different things, there's a lot of new things in the marketing world that people are doing. And if you're not doing those things, that's probably why you're not seeing any conversions.
Okay.
So do you have any questions for me about anything?
I don't at this point. I will say this, I've been watching, as you know, I've been watching you a lot. I've been watching a lot of people. What I'll tell you is this thing that they say, what is it? Node, like, trust. So I have all three of those for you right now. I mean, I really want to work with you.
Well, great. I'm excited. And I see that you actually do homework, because I've been watching you too. And you're on my Facebook. And I noticed that when I'm like,
I didn't hear. Did you hear?
the three words that describe your, what are the three words that describe your brand? Did I freeze?
Three, yeah. We heard everything after the three words.
Yeah. I've seen that you post in the Facebook group, which is great. And I tend to not even really pay attention to people that don't pay attention to me, because I think that if they're really that interested, then they'll take action if they're serious.
Yeah.
So with that being said, I'm on Facebook regularly, and I'm going to be transitioning more so on LinkedIn, because I do business to business. And from the sounds of it, you are going to be doing business to business. So LinkedIn should be one of your platforms.
Yes.
Facebook, LinkedIn, and perhaps YouTube. YouTube, there's a lot of noise on YouTube. Mm-hmm. So unless you're making waves, and unless you're really being creative about how you go about doing the YouTube videos, there's a lot of business coaches on there. Not saying that you can't set yourself apart, but it's stiff competition.
Okay.
So LinkedIn,
Yep.
Facebook, YouTube, those are the ones that you should be using, because they're going to give you a return on your investment. Now, as far as LinkedIn is concerned, do you have any content on there?
I have, obviously I have my profile, and then I post, like today I posted the video for the 90-day anniversary of Seed and Lead. So yes, there is content on there.
Okay. So we're going to want to get very specific about the content that's on there.
Okay.
And specific as in, what industry are you in? Who are you looking to reach?
Okay.
And what information are you looking to educate them on? Like because if you're just posting things about your company on there, what I teach my clients is to be client facing. Okay. What that means is, don't focus on you, focus on them.
Right.
And giving them results and adding value to them, because then it'll make them want to watch your videos. Notice when I do my videos, I'm constantly adding value. I'm constantly telling you guys something that will either nourish you as far as personal development or business wise, or if you look at my personal Facebook profile, you look down the profile and it is content rich.
Okay.
So that's where I would like to get you, not only on your personal Facebook page, but your business Facebook page, your YouTube channel, your LinkedIn, and just to get it content rich so that people are well aware of what your brand represents.
Okay.
People can see what my personal brand is like, and they can also see that my company brand, it aligns.
Yes, exactly. Okay, good. Well, that's exciting, because I will tell you, I put a video up today. It's about 5 minutes about the first 90 days of Seed and Lead and the 9 accomplishments. So as I said, and you saw it, I'm all about the action. So if I have the focused action and I'm getting the expert support, I have no reason to believe that it's going to do anything other than just go crazy.
Absolutely. And I am doing this in a Todd Herman style. Todd Herman is the founder and creator of the 90-Day Year. And so I'm all about 2-week sprints, 90-day goal, your 90-day outcome goal. What are you looking to do in 90 days? You have one focus, and that focus, everything that you do, you told me marketing and sales.
Yep.
They're both equally important.
Yes.
So you want to get more finite.
I'll tell you exactly what it is. I'll be real clear with you. I want income.
Okay, but that's still vague. How much income? What is the number?
Okay, I can pull it because I have the numbers posted. And to be honest with you, I got frustrated because I had these numbers and I wasn't getting any numbers. So I'll go back and pick up the numbers.
Okay, so for example, if you, and this is just a little mini bite size of what the strategy session would be like.
Yep.
If you wanted to make $10,000 in sales,
Mm-hmm.
first of all, do you have a product that can bring you that? Right?
Yes.
So if you say, for instance, I'm just going to do this randomly, $10,000, $197 is a front end product. Or yeah, I think so. A front end. No, that's actually a core. So anyway, 197.
Yep.
Okay. That means you have to make 51 sales.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm all about making sure that you have a distribution strategy and a marketing plan. How are you gonna bring in those sales?
Yep.
Okay, that's called focusing on your marketing efforts, which would basically be the graphics. You can do promotionals on your Facebook, and then also because that is going.
We missed the last thing.
You want to make sure that you look at pay-per-click advertisement on Facebook so that you can target and focus on that.
Okay.
That's going to bring you the leads a lot faster than sitting there and waiting.
All right.
And it's also going to give you specific people. So when you get into this course, I'm going to be giving you a worksheet where it will give you the rundown of what you should be looking for in your customer avatar. Okay.
Yep.
Like everything. It's very, very micro-focused. Then you're also going to get a worksheet that goes over what your financial goals are.
Okay.
So your must revenue and
Okay.
goal revenue. The must revenue is what you must make in order to break even as
Okay.
far as how much it costs for your overhead and everything like that, your advertisement, your marketing. Okay, what do you need to break even? And then the goal revenue should be 10 to 15% more than that.
All right.
So I'm going to be touching slightly on this, not so much completely because this obviously is a course about branding,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm going to touch on that slightly. It gets much more in depth than that. Okay, there I am. So it gets much more in depth than that, but not in this course because this is just a beginner. What we're doing is laying the foundation for your building, laying the foundational bricks.
Yep.
Okay.
Perfect.
So once you get this down, then you can start really going after that sales, like hardcore going after the sales. People need to see what your company does through your content.
Okay. Yeah, I just wrote down, it seems to me as though I have 3 areas of focus as I go through this with you. One is content, one is product, and the other is the client avatar.
Well, that's just a few of them, and that's what we're focusing on now because I don't want you to get overwhelmed with all the other stuff.
Right.
Get your brand messaging, your brand aesthetics in place. It'll attract people.
Okay.
If you don't have anything to attract them, then you're not getting sales because you're not attracting them. It took me a minute to get
It's what I told Michael. I'm attracting fans. I'm not attracting clients.
And it could be, and it's absolutely what you're saying in your videos.
Sorry?
I can tell you. I said it's absolutely what you're saying in your videos. I've watched several of them. It's what you're saying in your videos.
Okay, so that's content.
Content. Yes. Yeah. Content is king, but creativity is queen, and you want to make sure that you're being creative in your videos as well as, I don't know if you've actually done it. This is something that I'll go over in the course too, but creating a content strategy.
Okay.
A content strategy, which is schedules, okay? Scheduling things and knowing ahead of time what you're going to talk about. You can even there's 3 different scripts that you can use that will help you to stay on track in your videos.
Okay.
There's sales methods that you can use in your videos that will help you to convert your audience. If you have 10 people watching you, you go back and look at your video and you have 100 views, you can convert people. I've literally sold like my first $5,000 client, I made a video on Facebook. She watched the video, she reached out to me, and closed her over the phone.
Yeah, that's content.
So content is that important.
Yep. Okay.
So we'll be going over that.
Okay, perfect.
You want to make sure that you gear up all of your questions, any questions that you may have about content.
Okay.
I will be going over marketing, touching a little bit on sales because that's advanced, and some people might not be there yet. But definitely, that is something that we'll go over.
Okay.
And I will email you the link so that you can schedule your strategy session with me. The strategy session is 2 hours. You want to bring your questions in with that. And what we're going to go over in there is basically what your goals are. Like we kind of touched on it a little bit.
Okay.
And then how this course can benefit you to move those goals forward.
Perfect. Excellent. Good.
I hope you're excited because you're about to like change everything around. I'm super excited because I know it's going to look completely different.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that because, as I say, I want to learn. I want to know what to do because, you know, I'll be real honest with you, and this is not from my ego. I have a lot to offer. I have a lot that I can share with people.
Well, you better, because you got 35 years experience.
Thank you very much. 4 continents, 5 if you count my service work. And the reality is that I just need to be packaged. I just need to be packaged.
That's what my specialty is.
I know. I've been watching you.
Awesome. So I will send that to you as soon as I get off here. And the course itself does not start until July 1st. That's when everything hits. You're going to start getting content in your email. I'm just going to send it via email now because I'm uploading everything to Teachable, but I don't want to have to like re-enroll you on Teachable and do all that stuff. So I'm going to send it to your email and you can see content that way. And let's get rolling.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
We appreciate it a lot, both of us. Have a really great weekend.
Have a great weekend.
Thank you. You too.
Bye.
Bye now.